What's up, people lovers? Liereyy against TaToH in T90's Titans League. We are in the group stage, a pretty brutal group with Liereyy, TaToH, and Viper fighting for the top 3 spots. First one obviously goes directly into the quarterfinals. The others have to fight through an earlier stage in the bracket. All 3 games played here. We have Migration as neutral map, Golden Pit for Lierey's home map, and TaToH is going for Hideout. Dravidians here the choice for Liereyy, while TaToH is going for Italians. Italians obviously crazy in the sense that the fishing ships are cheaper, you age up cheaper to the next age, and you also get your upgrades cheaper in the dock, which you're going for like 1-2 there. And Lawler getting gifted sub as well. Thank you, Vic. And therefore 3 bonuses aligning pretty nicely. And if you have low economy, we have seen players go for monks quite a lot, and Italians having all the needed upgrades there. Plus, obviously, can go for condos then, and can go for some low army aggression. On the other side, Dravidians, well, still strong dock, but mainly living of the fact that they get plus 200 wood the moment they reach the next stage. That means plus 200 wood at feudal age, plus 200 wood in castle age, plus their fishing ships are simply carrying more. And sometimes, as we can see here, distances can be pretty long, and therefore more efficiency there. A bit in the direction of Japanese efficiency there, possibly. And Liereyy with 6 on sheep for a very long time. This is not optimal. Typically, you want to have 5 villagers on deer early on, so that you can build the dock a bit earlier. As we can see, TaToH at 20%, while Liereyy didn't start his dock yet, simply because of that small detail there. But obviously not game deciding, but a bit more on the optimized side there for TaToH, I would think. 5 on deer here as what we predicted. He was nearly missing out on 1k subs. Vic asked me to say a number between 1 and 1000. And I said 8, and Vic gifted 8 subs. So, yeah, might have been a really bad number that I said there. Maybe. Vic is a crazy dude, certainly. Okay, meta has kind of developed into the direction of fast castle. Feudal age play, something we have rarely seen. Sometimes maybe 2 galleys followed up by some fishing ships. But distance just always long here, and therefore simply the situation that going for maybe even 3 docks in feudal age and really pumping out those fishing ships is a nice option. But TaToH, ooh, this is not what we typically see. He is going on a mill. So TaToH is not playing the meta approach. Already 4 on berries here, 7 on wood. This will be a maximum of like 7 fishing ships, I would assume. There is a play where you build 5 fishing ships, then go for a transporter, go to the other side and build 2 docks here. You have the faster castle age timing with the Italians with all your bonuses. And then with fires in castle age, you're instantly killing all the fish of the opponent. Plus, you already have control of the center. Could be an option if TaToH knows about that one, if he wants to play it like that. Liereyy certainly won't be prepared against that. TaToH idle TC here. Bit surprising here. Liereyy had quite some as well. Bit of a shaky start here from both players. Second dock by Liereyy, so that will be the fast castle approach. But now you can say you're a humble guy and not greed. Well, I didn't 100% know that would happen, right? Are we seeing the transporter? Not yet. TaToH now building the mining camp here. And this is, I believe, still a fast castle play. This is not a fast feudal play, as we can see. typically arriving around this time. And Liereyy, quite some fishing ships out already. And goes over here. Now the mill. You don't actually need too much on berries if you want to fast castle in this spot. I'm really surprised. TaToH goes for an 8th fishing ship. Maybe this is not the transporter style. Maybe this is just trying to be fast castle as quickly as possible. With like 8 fishing ships. Are we seeing something out of the stock is the big question. Not for now. And Liereyy actually sends 2 fishing ships over from this side to the other side. Quite some long distance fishing for now. Look at all this wood. He could afford the transporter and both buildings. And there is no extra dock. Okay, now there is an extra dock. Okay, that one will increase the efficiency quite a bit. Barracks? What? Someone has too much wood or what? Oh, this is really surprising. Something we very rarely see. Market, blacksmith, and yeah, resources are lining quite nicely. But isn't he having 2 little fish then? Now looming, still no transporter. There is the transporter. Interesting. Could be on the late side though, and look at that. Liereyy is out here as well. Liereyy might actually build a stable pretty quickly in the center. Only now reaches fuel age though. Loom finished. 1 scout around, sending 2 villagers. And Liereyy will be a bit faster. Adds the stable. Wow, what a play! This could be the perfect counter for Liereyy. The perfect counter here. If it actually happens. Well, that's the big question, obviously. Yeah, Dravidian stable. Well, as I said, we've seen lots and lots of monk play here. And TaToH, can he see this? Leads with the scout. Scout of Liereyy instantly sees this. Could maybe pull the villagers against this. Now it's looming before clicking up. Uh-oh, this is tricky. TaToH has very little idea that this is going on. Fire galley could be coming here already. It's on the other side though. And now suddenly 2 villagers are arriving. There's something TaToH will never ever expect. Deletes the dock instantly. Castle age timing will be so much better for him. Now scouts are arriving. And this is shutting down TaToH's attack completely. And villagers are in danger. Trying to maybe get to the transporter again. Oh, this will be interesting. Goes for a house. Are both villagers going to die? Is no villager going to die? Both down. Both down. Such a great start for Liereyy. Now fire galleys at home. More fish income for Liereyy. As we can see, this is already close to 300 extra resources. Plus, he obviously gets the extra wood that's not counted in there. So he already has a solid 500 extra resources. Tries to really commit against that scout here, apparently. Getting pushed into the furthest corner. But gets away with some HP. Good old scout rush on migration, yeah. Oh wow, the mind games. Now fire galley is arriving from the left hand side. And yeah, the fish is just so effective at all this time. What a beautiful play by Liereyy here. Getting lots of control, but the difference is quite significant. And feudal fire galleys against fire ships in Castle Age. Quite a big difference. TaToH just needs to dodge this one demo. Let's see how much awareness he will have. The 3v2 fight, still something he doesn't want to take. The 1v2 fight, neither. Liereyy has to be happy with how much damage he's getting out. First click coming in. And where is the wood going? Instant monastery in the center. How good is the demo connection going to be? Not at all. Wants to wait for the Castle Age upgrade. I don't mind this at all. Which probably could be pulled away. Meanwhile, fight here with more HP. Gets 1 kill, maybe gets a 2nd kill. This is tricky. And Demo is actually invested here. Oh, Liereyy didn't click it far enough. And this is good for TaToH. This is really good for TaToH on the water all of a sudden. And we see, villager-wise or worker-wise, pretty even. Demo now doesn't want to invest the 1v1. Lightcav tag. But Liereyy has all the center. TaToH, how many kills can he get? Oh, none for now. Really active micro by Liereyy. Gets one. How's TaToH getting back onto water? I don't really see it. 8 fishing ships for him. Demo gets an okay shot in. Micro not 100% going through there. 4 fishing ships against 8. The question will be how TaToH is trying to approach this. Now goes for the barracks. Maybe Lightcav himself. And then Liereyy could already maybe be sitting at 2, 3, maybe more relics. Obviously a relic worth roughly 1.5 villages on gold. So won't mind this too much. Gets a kill here. Those 3 could fight. Okay, tries to disengage first. This was maybe, or mainly, to have better fish. Doesn't need all those docks for production. Goes for some demos and now squeezes around the bottom side. Fight here should be better for TaToH. Gets 2 easy kills to begin this fight. This one could get microed back. Leaves it there with 3 HP and yeah, now sends it home. Demo, return damage. Oh, got a good one. Got a good one. Killed the one at the right hand side. And left hand side was a bit damaged. Now the 2v3 fight again. Better for Liereyy. TaToH disengaging here. Wow, so many fights going on. Feels like Lierey's taking the engagement a tiny bit better, although he is outnumbered. And now a fight he again can't really take. Even though it's 3v2, but doesn't really have the numbers. TaToH now sending another big group at the bottom. Outnumbering here 4v3. Still no repair. And what's the plan for TaToH? Yeah, indeed. Goes for scouts and then wants to land. Maybe needs to do that a bit earlier. Liereyy not far away from relic number 4. Might know about relic 5. Yes, he does. And now the dock at the front. And that's mainly to kill the fish. And TaToH, he won't scout that for quite some time. Just too distracted at the left-hand side and the bottom at the same time. Demo with a good connection. But now a counter demo. Oh, this could be a good one for Liereyy. Mediocre. What an interesting game. So much control for Liereyy. Let's quickly take a look at map control here. How much he's seeing. He's controlling everything. Basically patrolling this bottom area. 2 light cavs here. Relic number 4 in now as well. Monk here. Light cav there. Relic 5 not too far away. So Liereyy knows. Wow. Center control is all mine. What is your plan? And the plan is to send 3 light cav over pretty soon. And TaToH with 8 fishing ships. That's not that big of an advantage compared to the 4 fishing ships of Liereyy, who's now switching into some farms. Well, TaToH could skip that for now. Okay, light cav arriving. Stable in the center now. First monk instantly dies. TaToH will get a foothold. Also nicely on stone. Gets a kill. Liereyy again, always producing just enough to defend, it feels like. What a crazy play. Kind of stalematey at all times. And this one could get ugly now. TaToH, not sure if he knows about it, but could lose quite a bit here. Oi, oi, oi. This feels like an even fight again. TaToH micros. Tries to kill the top thingy. Now goes for the TC in the center, and Liereyy, as I just said, feels like he just has enough. 4 against 4. A bit out HP here, but the demo arrived at the perfect time to get a really good shot in. A really good shot in. And now this feels like the timing where those could get unleashed any second and kill so much fish. If Liereyy keeps thinking about them. It's a lot of gold now. 5 relics. And, ooh, unleashes to the right side. Tries to get the transporter first. I don't mind this too much. TaToH will be stuck with lots of villagers on the starting island then. Still will get some fishing ships. Obviously left side here would have been perfect for him, but couldn't know that. Sanctity now. Some more HP on those monks. TaToH, does he want to commit? Seems like the answer is no. Gets away with all of them without eating any conversions. Liereyy, lots of gold floating here. Could use the market a bit. Food price, as we can see, pretty much still untouched. Horse color for TaToH, expecting some farming to start then. Oh! Milliseconds difference. Farm upgrade, not in time for this one. Didn't have all the food because 2 villagers built it. And those should have 250 food. That should be nice. But, oh, this is also nice. Gets the 3 monks here. Make it 4. Not impossible. There will be 5 and 6 behind this. Boink, boink. And Sanctity, maybe not in time. Oh god, TaToH just got 6 monk kills. That was so good for him. And all of a sudden it feels like contestable. On water. Now gets the castle up. Ooh, this could be a long game. This could be an imp game on migration. We actually see both players with a reasonable foothold. On water and on land. There he's still with 4 fishing ships. Shorefish close to his starting docks. TaToH now expands a bit more. Tries to go for some more deep fish. More engagements here. Just trading off the light caps. Even goes for bloodlines, TaToH. That's a bit of a surprise to me. Is that really a difference maker? Goes for a monastery now, but all the 5 relics are gone. But actually, kind of exposed at the front. Oh, they could die. Liereyy buys himself 500 food, and with that, Imperial Age. Archer Rangers here, and this just feels like signature Liereyy Arbalest tech now. Going for fletching, going for the first archers. Maybe some more farms, and then taking into crossbows. Yeah, 1.3k relic gold for Liereyy already with those 5 relics. But obviously he also invested into at least 9 monks, maybe more. TaToH goes for a ram now. Maybe it is just for this monastery. Which if they prefer in a land war? Low economy should still be Italians, right? They can just land like 5 condos here. Something Dravidians can't. Both have bombard cannons, both have... I don't know about Dravidian monks. They have to have some flaws, right? So, yeah, probably monks better. I think Italians should have this slight advantage. Those light calves, I think, are just suiciding if they are running in. Have to wait for the crossbows. Conversion on the crossbow could be a thing. Oh, conversions from Liereyy as well, though. Now send some villagers in for the repair. 2 Genoese converted, and that feels like the monastery might stay strong. Indeed it will. TaToH buying himself Imperial Age as well. And actually clicks up with normal imp resources. Might have forgotten about the Italian discount there. 1k 800. Imp into GG? I don't think so, no. I think TaToH knows, okay, it's not looking pretty. But I think he's trying to hold here. Knows that he will get a lot of time with his castle and probably tries to make some magic happen with his bombards. Which will be tricky, though. Lightcav instantly running into their potential death? No, actually fighting 2 monks here. And then probably trying to get away. Indeed. Getting a bit better idea of what's going on. Water now becomes really unimportant. Liereyy not contesting water at all anymore. Now Now the fight for the center. TaToH, is he trying to repair this? Would have some stone. Goes for archery ranges. Might be the skirm play. Tricky. Oh, find some villager kills here. Can't be too unhappy with that. And kills those Genoese as well. They're really microing this. What a nerd. And indeed, it's elite skirm play. Crossbows are instantly seeing it though. Liereyy tries to wall some more here. Those light caps really finding some stuff. Look at that. 8 kills. Make it 9 kills now in total. Only those two. I'm not sure about the 2 from earlier. Yeah, some repair. Not the full repair. And I think it might be instant chemistry click. Indeed. And this will be skirm bombard cannon. And that's not easy to deal with. Typically, light cap is just really, really good against that. But Pavilion is not really the civilization that is willing to go mass light cap. Rather, it goes for the skirmishers themselves. 4 traps out here already. Oh, God. TaToH will lose a lot of ground pretty quickly. 108 out of 105 needs to mass houses here. I don't even think those 3 are enough. Just plant down 5-6 more if you can. Valus is starting to see on the center island. And now can combine armies here as Liereyy with all his crossbows. Goes for mass skirms now. Makes lots of sense. And just feels like TaToH is not really given the time to get onto his proper numbers. If he gets to 10 skirms though with +3, +2. This is good enough, I believe. I think this might be enough to hold against Liereyy, who is still playing without ballistics. Oh, but out microing the ballistics of TaToH here from what it looks like. Okay, do we have a bombard cannon? No, mangonel. Oh, mangonel popping here. Could get some good shots in. Uphill shot. Crossbows are diving against this. Can we see a repair? Villagers are being sent. Not in time. Oh boy, that was a nice move and nice snipe. Just imagine 2 more shots here. Villagers are now trying to get kills against those traps, but damage output of those skirmishes with all the imp upgrades is just way too good. 1 trap is going down, but that's not enough. Monk with some conversion attempt, but not going to happen. And Liereyy leads a solid 30 population here, and now it's full elite skirm against elite skirm, and that is just simply so much better for the Dravidian player. Archery range count is 2 against what looks to be soon 6. And I don't see TaToH getting onto proper numbers. Only now the first bombard cannon out. Wanted to have that a bit earlier to help out. It just feels like completely overwhelmed. 13 skirms against 6. So many in the queue. But simply didn't have the wood to get enough archery ranges up in time. And then the big fight that he had to take. But bombard cannon is still helping out. 2 kills there in the back. But TaToH realizes, okay, this is not my game to win anymore. And Liereyy takes game 1 here on migration. And this was typically a thing that we feel should be more in TaToH's corner. But obviously the stable opening into denying the front docks was an absolute thing of beauty. And from there on, TaToH not ahead, certainly. Not ahead, certainly. Then had to face 5 relics as well. And Liereyy simply with a really solid boom at home. As you can see, 18 farms there. TaToH, quote-unquote, only 13. And kept the Dravidian fish alive. Really nice play by Liereyy. And a nice strategic approach to what he thinks might have been TaToH's goal there. 5,000 extra resources gathered. And look at that. And TaToH was up to castle age really quickly. Like 1438 is very reasonable, but couldn't use the advantage simply because he couldn't get those stocks up. Nice play. And if this is like exactly the counter, then it's a brilliant move by Liereyy. Have to love it for sure. So migration gone. We had the first pick. Of TaToH. Together with Cuman's gone. And now it should be TaToH's home map. I would assume he's picking hideout. He could also go for golden pit from what the rules allow, I believe. But yeah, it seems to be hideout as the map here. And we can simply jump into game 2 as soon as capture 8 loads this one up. And it is kind of the civilizations that we are expecting. And it will be in the blue trunks. Mr. TaToH playing humans. We saw a pretty wild game by him against Winchester in the Champions Invitational, where he tried to tower rush, then ran around, kind of built his extra town center here. That was a pretty wild one. Let's see what Liereyy can offer in this one. Playing melee, obviously crazy civilization with really good timings that could put humans into quite some trouble. I would say rather long distance between the two of them. The wood line kind of creates some rushing distance. TC spot over here could make a lot of sense. Then mine there. And probably want to build the mill here, I would assume, if you're TaToH. Typically, this feels like the natural one, but we kind of want to farm around it. And farms, obviously, you're walking so much more. So, I think here could be a thing. I don't think it's crazy to farm here, though. To mill here and farm around it. We're just building 1 or 2 farms with these houses, so not the worst thing ever. The big question mark, what Liereyy is going to play. We kind of assume humans with the extra town center are always... Oh, Vic gifting another sub to Mem. Hello. We are expecting humans to always play the second town center here. And melee. We've seen different approaches. Just the straight fast castle. We have seen fast feudal into eco upgrades, into a very reasonable fast castle age timing behind this one as well. It could be then a manual push. It could be just a 3TC boom. Could be a light cav play, which feels like the most unlikely thing out of all the options that I just mentioned. Not really sure what's this gathering. What kind of team discussion is this? Okay. Feels like TaToH explaining a strategy. And yeah, we don't want to listen anymore. And Liereyy not scared of any rushes here. Sometimes you see people building some houses next to the wall. Also TaToH not doing it. Could have gone for some here, I believe. If he wanted to buy himself some more time against it. TaToH desperately needs a second building. A mill here could make lots of sense. Has the villages around already. And he builds the tight one, the efficient one for the berries. And scouts the distance. There is also a small chance that TaToH wants to... A boring one. Ooh. There's a small chance that TaToH wants to tower rush. What is that build up to? Okay, now just drop it off. Pop 20 is on the high side of human feudal play. We've seen pop 18 as well. Yeah. Map looks like a question mark. It looks... I don't know. What are we seeing? See a tornado in the center. It's kind of it. Okay, now Liereyy is building some houses here. But late. Tower rush would be coming in any second now. Think with your dirty mind. A vacuum? A sponge? Don't know. Maybe a towel? I don't know. Oh, TaToH actually collecting 30 stone? No, he's just positioning the builds over here to have some working from this angle and some from the other angle. Okay. 8 villagers, perfect number here. See a mole with glasses? Okay, okay. I'll allow it. Liereyy, by the way, did play the fast feudal with the eco upgrades. A sneezing elephant with big eyes. Ooh, ooh. I like it. Guy sitting with hands back. What? I don't. Yeah, this is what we discussed earlier, right? More people doing this. So simply not have like 15 villagers on this wood line. Send one sheep over here, and then it's a more natural transition into the farms if you have both of them with some sheep there. 4 on gold now. That's not a crazy amount of farms from Liereyy though. Sometimes see people being on 8 farms here at this point. It gets more running. TaToH built some more houses here in a block shape. Villager count now even, but as you can see, Malay had those so much earlier. Already 400 extra collected. Did he research loom? I would be surprised. Market. Oh, that's on the late side, building wise. Yeah, with the 8 farms, I will take that back. Didn't have enough wood for anything. And TaToH is now researching loom. Oh, this is weird. Was he housed? No. Does he not have enough gold? No. Why would he go for loom? Is he going for scouts? I think TaToH is expecting some aggression from Liereyy, some forward, and therefore is going to build some scouts to get some map control. And Liereyy doesn't care. Because the village going outside? Yeah, but the question is like, why did the village go outside? This is how Casbah used to play humans a lot. I think we need another outpost here. But easier said than done, obviously. Even goes for the town watch. Yeah, and TaToH won't let the opponent close to him. Spearman out now, and Liereyy, he just doesn't care. Liereyy is just chilling and will play 3 TC, some scouts, and will pick up the 2 relics that are pretty close to his base. Let's assume he scouted those. He only scouted the one close to him, this one, out of his line of sight for now. And now the villagers are coming. One extra spearman, 1 extra scout. Villager moving back, and let's see when TaToH sees it and what his reaction is going to be. Okay, now sees the 2 villagers. Does he queue up another scout? He's so distracted trying to chase this scout down that he's actually not doing anything here. And now he sees it, but does he need to pull villagers against this? I think someone's stone. And yeah, he pulls vills against it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Build a defensive tower. Liereyy now 1526 castle age timing. That's really solid. Scouts around. And just continue producing spearmen. Use both TCs at the same time though, TaToH. And this is kind of a repeat of game 1, just with reversed roles. Like scouts denying the crucial buildings that the opponent wanted to build with their fast attack. And that villager is going down as well. TaToH has to be happy, but that's 4 idle villagers. If we take a look at worker efficiency, TaToH goes down quite a bit. And now Liereyy at town centers. 2 and 3. Bop, bop. Spearman, I think, tries to debate into the bear there. TaToH will be happy to take this fight, though. Oh, that was crazy micro by Liereyy. Gets the kill of one of the scouts. And here, what is happening? How is this? Oh, he has both armor upgrades for the Spearman. I thought, like, how is this an even fight with the bear in there? It barely made a difference. Okay, now the bear is cleared up. Market, blacksmith. Didn't need both buildings. Oh, did? Oh, Liereyy didn't have loom with those two builds as well. Oh, yo, 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 yo. Okay. Well, that obviously made a difference then. Okay, now more houses for TaToH. 370 stone already. Is this a 2TC in play behind this? I think it might be, right? He has enough army that he thinks he will have enough map control. The Spearman insta-killed the villagers. Was painful to see. I was a bit surprised, right? But I felt like, hey, 2 villagers, 2 Spearmen, full surround. They can do a lot of damage, but yeah, it felt really fast indeed. And TaToH's economy quite far ahead now. 1200 extra resources gathered, but also quite some invested into military. Resource destroyed, reasonably low from both players. There is crazy micro. Oh, look at this. This is so good. This is so good by Liereyy. Gets away there. And TaToH chasing this one down. I'm not sure if he knows that this should be a losing battle for him. Simply facing the 2 armor upgrades is so big in this, right? It should be 1 damage against 3 damage output. I think so. Yeah, TaToH might lose this fight. And he won't know why. Scout around there. Liereyy doesn't care about relics. Solid farm count by him already. Holy moly, look at that. 30 farmers already. TaToH sits at the same number, but that's what you kind of expect from a human player. Wheelbarrow now flying in. Something that I would love to see from TaToH as well. Who is continuing to build some scouts. Only 1 stable though, and Wheelbarrow indeed flying in that very moment. Do we see a villager moving forward? Not really. What's the plan for TaToH? I would have loved to see a forward castle. So much wood though. What? Okay, he goes for the 4TC play most likely. Not likely that he squeezes in 1 more here or maybe at the gold. Then Monastery is not unlikely indeed. Yeah, he will play it differently. Light Cav or the eco upgrades. Yeah. And indeed the 4th TC there. So he wants to play the late game. This is tricky though. This will be tricky. Human late game? Well, you need really strong economy to afford everything. Early imp, you're really vulnerable. But he has the map control. Oh, can maybe jump for those. I think he can commit. Gets 1. Micros there. Oh, that was perfect. Oh, that was perfect. Gets away there as well. That was pretty micro. Dodged those spearman hits so nicely. Still, this relic, likely for him. Farm count, not really increasing from TaToH right now, while it is for Liereyy. And he won't be too far away from Imp here. Look at that, mainly gold the issue right now. Look at both players already with 6 eco upgrades. And TaToH with a really defensive castle. Bit of a surprise. Okay, goes for the stone here. How greedy does TaToH want to play when it comes to relics? Goes for this one. This one he can take last. And the question is, do you want to take this one or this one? Probably the further away one. And just try to play 4v1. And Liereyy, this looks like an Arbalest timing. How will TaToH try to respond to that? Hazard kip check, obviously crazy good. If you get to the proper numbers, crazy economy behind it. Technically, humans also have siege onagers. But then again, good monks and bombard cannon's an option for Liereyy. I don't understand the castle position. It's mainly to stop an early push, I believe. Maybe he wanted to build it more further forward, had the villagers here, and then saw, okay, you have so many spearmen and monks, then I can't build it further forward. Just imagine, like, or remind yourself that melee is always up to him first, right? So you don't want to build the castle anywhere in trapping range of the opponent. So here makes sense, I believe. Yeah. Onager sounds good enough. Let's see about that. Botkin missing. And here you see the difference, right? If TaToH had a castle here, Liereyy would simply build his one here and the castle instantly dies. While Liereyy doesn't need to focus on anything else. Okay, next raid. This is basically all the gold that Liereyy is mining right now. More houses in that area. Economy is so much better for TaToH now. But resource collected only 1,000 ahead. That's crazy low. Can he focus this one down properly? Got 3 monks again. Such a nice move by TaToH over and over again. I think he got like 5 monks at least this game. Fletching late. And yeah, TaToH will lose this castle. Even though it was really defensive. And probably needs to... Yeah, he's now taking into elite skirms. Couldn't TaToH wall off the bottom? Goth and humans, the 2 civilizations that don't have access to stone walls. And yeah, if you go for paper walls there, you're delaying the opponent by 20 seconds. Right, with what he already has. Yeah, you have some more HP on your walls, but still. It's not enough to properly delay an in-player. Where's the next castle from TaToH? Okay, back here. Makes lots of sense. And maybe Hazard skirm the play. Chemistry for Liereyy now. Which will be interesting. Question again, will TaToH try to buy himself some time with repairing here? He will lose that castle. No chance of saving it. Isn't too heavily on stone. I would love to see masonry as well. And yeah, he decides to buy himself some time. Doesn't want to see the traps already arriving here. Siege workshop play. Is that for rams maybe? Doesn't have the greatest gold amount. He surely scouted that gold, right? Yep, he did. Yeah, he's basically scouted the whole map. Yeah, no resources missing. And that's an interesting castle by Liereyy. Wow. Okay. That is really surprising. Oh, that's an ugly raid potentially. Yeah, and Liereyy realizes that. Builds a defensive tower. 10 more houses. Love that. Knows that he will lose the castle pretty soon. Elite scums now moving in. You are missing the last range and attack upgrade though. But at least all the armor. And TaToH can maybe even just commit against this watchtower. Look at that. Feels a bit like... This feels like Red Sand Fortress. If I show you this picture... Scum stealing with those pikemen. Chemistry still missing. And gold income will be a problem for Liereyy. 16 on gold only. We'll lose some more villagers. TaToH playing this one really well so far. Buys himself more time, more stables here, siege workshops. And indeed, it is for capped rams. Melee units around though. And those Karambit warriors, they're obviously benefiting from the minus armor that those Rams will have. TaToH with 42 farmers, not crazy numbers. I don't mind them, but certainly not crazy numbers. Wouldn't mind seeing him in the 60s there. And yeah, he wouldn't mind either. That's another 8. TaToH pop 200. Goes for another 8 here. Bombard cannon now at the front. Both players working towards their ideal army compositions. Overboom. Yeah, 143. I wouldn't mind if he stopped there. He's still far away from having all the upgrades, right? It's still non-elite Kipchak. He's still lacking armor, like blacksmith upgrades. He's not floating any resources. I don't think it's the worst thing to be at 147 right now. But certainly in a bit of a later stage, maybe he can, after having all the upgrades, decrease that number. Okay, now siege rams, but he's getting pushed back. Uh-oh, that's problematic here certainly for TaToH. Has some Kipchaks here together with his castle. Needs to use this group for a raid at the same time. That outpost in the sea is okay. You have some more gold control now. And the Rams aren't really helping out too much because they were stuck behind the walls. That's why we see the delete. That's an ambitious castle by Liereyy with those Rams and those traps around. Oh boy. Not sure about that one. Skirms are trying to hold. Crossbows behind. Still non-arbalest. And TaToH not really using his army in Liereyy space. Could maybe even go for a break into the walls there. And traps, yeah, they will deal with that castle. I don't think this is a great choice. This could be a nice ram diving for the bombard cannon, but got blocked there. Nice move by Liereyy, but those rams are arriving at the top anyways, and this feels like a nice TaToH hold, and he still has so much map control here. Although he is losing lots and lots of his skirmishes just to commit against the bombard cannon at the bottom here. Kipchak still around, but they are still castle age. And maybe those rams are now committing against the traps. No, they won't. TaToH survives here with his castle. Trap is trying to get repaired. Villager's a bit idle next to it, and now more rams are arriving. And what a bloodbath here. It feels like we're looking at fast speed, but just both players so actively swarming in. 2 traps down, 3rd trap down now as well. And TaToH is holding this one quite nicely while still being annoying on the gold. And this is, I believe, the last gold that Liereyy has, right? Yeah, ran out with this one. So it is 1300 gold, and that's it. Only TaToH could have afforded elite Kipchak. Has 13 Kipchak in the queue. Okay, it was housed a bit there. Repair for the trap, not in time for either trap. And now he dove. Oh, and this will be quite some kills. Elite Kipchaks can be afforded now. And Orthopathian tactics, and that will be some kills here for sure. But enough Halberdiers around to deal with this one eventually. But forces certainly quite some idle time, as we can see in the last minute here. Elite Skirm, probably something he wants to take away from. TaToH, where's this extra stone? Am I confused? He lost 1 castle. Oh, he has a 3rd castle here. Okay, okay, okay. That makes way more sense. Siege workshop at this end. Could maybe even go for an onager cut in that direction. Maybe a ram go there an option as well. And TaToH getting to the dream army comp that he wanted to. Elite Kipchak plus Hussar. We shouldn't see any more skirmisher numbers at the top left corner here. The queue. Now going for some traps, going for some rams. That's a lot of halberdiers for Liereyy. Oh boy. That he is not really using at the front. What a good game. Love to see those 2 players going at it. TaToH now. That's a beautiful thing, right? There's not much going on right now. So what can you do? Just check all your economy buildings, check your blacksmith. Are there any upgrades that you're still missing, that you want to get? And TaToH saw it and went for them. Yeah, this is inspired play. But this will be cleaned up quite easily. TaToH here with quite some walls. Not sure if I like the stable edition. And yeah, now this is a lot of micro that needs to be done by TaToH at all times. To run away quite a bit. Oh, misclick. Misclick twice even. Oh, yo. Those are some dead kip checks by him. And now step past sprint for the faster production. Should get lots and lots of kills, but also lost a lot of kip checks there. Yeah, not the most exciting thing ever. All this cleared up. Maybe adding 10 skirmishes could have been an option, but felt like 10 skirmishes wouldn't even achieve too much. Okay, now TaToH sits at good villager numbers. Liereyy apparently not getting onto the numbers that he wanted to. Liereyy, here you. And kind of all upgrades. Kind of weird that we still don't have the armor upgrades for Lierey's archers. Oh boy, oh boy. And Liereyy bought 100 stone for the castle in the center. Ooh. Should be easy to deal with that though for TaToH. A situation in the central forest. Yeah, TaToH just goes for some traps and don't think Liereyy can deal with that. Could possibly get in here with some bombard cannons, but those are at the other side. Why not cut middle? TaToH likes to play kip check at one front to be like to micro them all day long, and Liereyy simply doesn't have the mobility. I didn't want to give up this area, so neither player could really spare it at this time. That's a lot of hussars going down. Holy moly. TaToH with some misclicks there. Felt like the palisade that was built here came in pretty clutch. But yeah, not impossible that we will see someone going for it. TaToH. Oh, that feels like maybe an orange approach. All upgrades on those kip checks. Such a nice unit to micro. Lots of wood sold and indeed onagers. So TaToH has the plan to go in for the big raid here. And he can give up everything here, but only in 1 minute. I think he's moving out too early. Yeah, he needs to wait. Yeah, the castle didn't have a great health or life. Meh. Yeah, TaToH should just dive. Like, the ideal play for TaToH would be sniping the 3 bombard cannons and then getting your 80 army in here. That would be the dream. TaToH sees the corner gold and is now going for it. Onger is ready to shoot now. Kip check are coming in. And this could be some dead buildings. Hussars are coming in as well. Villager count at 120 for Liereyy. Villager killed for TaToH at 29. Look at those numbers and how they are rising now. This will be so much death now. Oh, Hussars at the wrong spot. What is happening here? Traps are now moving in, and this could be the end of Liereyy. He now needs to push in. He has 4 bombard cannons though, so he is guaranteed to push quite a bit. TaToH needs to pull those villagers away. And kip checks, are they all going back? I think ideally he wants to split them. TaToH goes for the big repair. One trap for the defense. Can he jump there? Bombard cannons got 1. Buys him some time. Down to 3. He had 5. This is so good. And yeah, this castle goes down. We're at 29, so it's above 30 villager kills already with this small raid. Liereyy at 175, and Kipchek's so good at microing this. So good at microing this. Still holding with this castle. Has enough stone. Jumps again. Just 1 bombard cannon. Goes for the back one. Now goes for the front one. After seeing, okay, the one in the back was too deep and Liereyy has to resign this game. What a nice cut by TaToH. And what a strategic play. The instant surprise, and Liereyy knew, damn, I have no more control over the wood line. And still had a lot of resources to spend, but only with one bombard cannon. He's not going to push this. TaToH will out micro him, and TaToH takes this game. What a good one. This was a really nice one. The feudal age play. And yeah, 29. It's indeed. This raid alone killed 51 villagers. They're now at a strong 97 military, but 70 halberdiers with only 1 bombard cannon. Not going to achieve too much against that amount of Kipchaks that are well microed. Nice game. Nice game. Better KD for TaToH. And a solid amount of better eco as well. 12k more wood. Wow. Okay. It's pretty crazy. 6 minutes. More than 6 minutes castle age difference. But Liereyy couldn't put it on the map. No loomed villagers there. If he walled them in a bit earlier, if he got to more spearmen. But he simply wasn't expecting the heavy committal of TaToH there. With the stable and the spearmen and the 2 pulled villagers. The 2 pulled villagers are crucial as well. Because if Liereyy is somehow walling his villagers in and gets a siege workshop, you need the tower next to it. Yeah. Ooh, and we see a Civ matchup that could give some memories. Liereyy TaToH. Very signature Civ of TaToH. I'm not sure if I like it too much though, but obviously I will trust TaToH's judgment there more than mine. We have the Cumin win and the Malay L. And we're going on to Golden Pit, obviously. Now hideout plate. The home map of Liereyy. And you see how much TaToH banned against that, right? Graveyard's gone as well. And then Golden Pit, the closest to it. What happened with Land Madness? Oh, Land Madness was a late ban by TaToH. That's interesting. And we have Liereyy. We'll put him in the blue trunks again. And he's playing Chinese. Pretty standard, strong civilization here. TaToH with Tatars. Not what I would have expected. This is interesting. So, Golden Pit, as you all know, we're basically starting on a flat area with a pit in the center where there's a lot of gold, lots of stone. And we're having very limited gold at home. With only 3 tiles patches and no extra resources. 5 relics spread around pretty evenly. We have, I think, some extra deer at the sides, but very rarely relevant on this map. And Tatars, obviously with a nice crossbow timing, can go for step lances as well, and ideally wants to play some CA on this hilly area, but I'm not sure if that's really the play. What is... Liereyy didn't find the boar yet. And he had sheep in the town center. Oh, he didn't see the boar. Well, that's a rough start for Liereyy. Yeah, work efficiency goes down a bit. But we can take a look at the idle to see to begin with. Liereyy was 13 seconds. So right now 1.5 villages ahead. Should be 2.5 villages ahead at the moment TaToH has loom. And that's why Chinese are so strong here on this kind of Arabia-esque map, in the sense that standard resources and not that easy to wall all this area. Although TaToH can't complain with the defensive gold and woodline here. While Lierey's gold a bit more on the open, but still very easily wallable if he wants to go for that side and include this in his walls. The other board at the top, did Liereyy scout that one? Yeah, he did. Okay, okay, okay. So all good in the hood now. TaToH with his Tatars. What are they opening with? I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a scout opening, because distance obviously is really long to the opponent. And then try to transition into some crossbows. TaToH ideally at some point into heavy CA. But that's something of the future. Also, step lens is always a threat around. Who's going to win this game? If you're right, I will give you 40 subs. Oh boy. I will say Liereyy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now it's kind of sweating for Liereyy. Vic, you're the man putting on some pressure here. Let's go TaToH. Okay, you wanted to sweat something. 40. Where's 1k subs? I needed to say another number earlier, apparently. Okay, so Liereyy plays Pop 22. Seems like a second lumber camp coming down here. Coming down here. Boink. And TaToH plays Pop 20. So as you can see, 11 seconds earlier and a 2 villager advantage. Liereyy already collecting another 130 resources. Double lumber camp, so it's scout v scout play. 3 on berries only. That's the adjustment that you're making with TaToH, simply because you have so much more food on those sheep. 150 instead of the 100. So you want to have less rotting under the town center. Barracks now, expecting the stable afterwards. And yeah, game looks pretty standard. And yeah, Liereyy goes for the walls. Will wall this area up as well. Probably stable here. And then only needs to take care of this area a bit. And we'll be fine. Could also go for the big walls. Well, let's see how Liereyy wants to play it. Goes for the eco upgrades before the stable. Wow. Spearman as well. This is a bit of a surprise to me, I have to say. Is he going for... No, he's going for the stable. Just for a small second, I thought he would go Spearman defense, then farms, and only then the stable. I think we have seen that played by MBL before, but not really from Liereyy. No. And yeah, still lots of food. Gets those farms out nice and quickly. How's TaToH controlling his map? Obviously here feels like a very easy wall, and this feels like a very easy wall. Yeah, TaToH will have a really wallable map as well, afforded both eco upgrades himself, and this feels like a very mirror matchup. And I would be surprised if either player takes a lot of damage here in Feudal Age. A villager that I against Henry would always lose. Scout fight, obviously, ideally for TaToH, would be held here, but something that Liereyy is never going to give him. First damage. And sends the spearman out to the other side. TaToH actually has 3 spearmen. Sends a second one out. One for the wall protection at home. And... Now villager being pulled. Spearman as well. Did he explore the top forest though? You mean TaToH? He doesn't have an idea, no? And Liereyy, he knows all about the forest, yeah, but can maybe go for the small walls here. Wouldn't be too surprising, especially with the army around. Oh, those scouts are coming in. And Liereyy, can he quick wall this? Uh-oh, this could be... Oh, he can't, and TaToH gets in. Gets a villager kill for free, basically, and gets out of there. Minimal losses on HP. Spearman against the 2 there. Okay, nice pickup for TaToH for sure. Spearman, can he get it off? TaToH squeezes through. Still 2 spearmen here at the front. Villager starts to fight with it. TaToH, nice snipe. Took some damage himself though. Two spearmen at the front. Now 1 villager on gold already for Liereyy. Is he thinking about castling? Oh, took some damage. Archer range now from Liereyy. Same goes for TaToH. A bit surprised that we're still not on gold. Typically the timing where we could send some builds. Liereyy with 4 on it. So archer count will be better for him. And TaToH walls over here without inclusion of the... Sorry. Why are people like this? Like the palisade was here and he simply builds it here. Like deletes this one, builds this. This has no real purpose, but it just feels so much better to have it in a straight line there. I might have done the same, but it is like not actually improving your wall. Yeah, and TaToH walls this one up. Blacksmith on the late side. Okay, both with the very similar timing. And Liereyy is fully walled up pretty soon. To avoid weak spots against melee attacks. Oh, yeah, this one compared to this one, yeah. Easier house wall behind. Don't think we will see a house wall, but yeah. Okay. I see it. But then we shouldn't build like this. Then we should continue here, right? Straight line. Okay, cast age timing will be very similar for both players. Archer out. Liereyy will skip fletching till he's up. Same for TaToH. Okay, yeah. Maybe I've maybe unintuitively I would have thought like that. Probably not. Okay, Liereyy gets the good scout off, sees the double archer range, sees the full wall, runs away with his spearman. And yeah, gets a good idea of what's going to happen. And now should see if the archer ranges are working, if it's CA or if it's going to be the archer play. One spearman tries to avoid that scout from happening. 10 HP scout here, gets more vision, and TaToH, yeah, he wants to chase this one down. That one is longer? I know. Ooh, Liereyy goes through the town center, loses a scout. Skirms were added against those archers. TaToH sends those two spearmen basically to die. TaToH gets some reasonable damage there onto the archers. Double archer range from Liereyy. Watch his play afterwards. Could be a TC out here if he wanted to go for it. TaToH skirms. Could be a 3 TC play for him before he moves out. Deleted quite some palisades to not show any weakness. Liereyy also doubling down here. Interesting how they just want to make sure to be really safe. This could be another delete house. No, gives it up. Feels safe enough. Okay, what are the first clicks from Liereyy? Crossbow versus crossbow. TaToH only has 5 archers though against the 12 archers. So elite skirm is desperately needed for TaToH. Let's see if those archers will find anything. Can maybe kill one farm. Certainly in a good position. While TaToH, can he achieve anything here? TC goes up. What a weird spot for a TC. Oh, this is interesting. Won't see the dive. But elite skirm can't be afforded. What a weird TC spot, right? Not including the woodline. And Liereyy, the master of farm sniping. Only 15 food on that one though, so not the greatest value. And TaToH could go back. Force some walls. Will lose 2 farms. Elite skirms out. Liereyy goes for more crossbows. Now lots of villagers on gold and has a siege workshop up. Oh, interesting. Obviously, the skirm crossbow combo not that great against siege. Of course, you can quick wall from the palisades to the stone. Just weird to not really include the woodline. Maybe it doesn't want to go for the woodline anyways. Felt like, okay, there are ranged units out and I have 3 offensive woodlines. Rather wants to build another town center here. But intuitively, I would like to build it next to the woodline. Oh, full surround here. What a beautiful 270 surround here. Oh, that was really nice for TaToH. And crossbow count close to completely reset now. Oh, this is so good for TaToH. And TaToH now realizes, okay, I completely cleared up your crossbows. You're likely tech switching and goes into crossbows. Knows, okay, this is going to be a mangonel play. Ooh, Knights out. Trying to chase this one down. Liereyy 4 villages ahead. Oh, I think maybe he gets there. Only one crossbow that he can focus down. How's this going to look like? More, those knights, no bloodlines, only one armor upgrade. Can micro this one back. Oh, he already got quite some kills. That knight goes back. And now another one arrives. Liereyy could micro this one back and will indeed. And the other knight, well, he will get something. But might need to be microed back as well. Maybe should have focused on the crossbows. TaToH sends another army over. Market for Liereyy. Wow. Didn't 100% see the value of that. Lots of low HP knights now. I think saving them makes only sense if you actually want to heal them. Combines the armies here, is TaToH. Free to see play. I don't fully get the market from TaToH. Obviously, it doesn't hurt to always have a market, but typically you have a plan the moment you build it, and his resources are really balanced. Now the big question, are we building a town center? Yep, we are. Oh, and now this is the hill for Tatars. Liereyy, yeah, you can't fight this. You need to run. You need to run. Liereyy, this is a big mistake. Ooh. Don't like the placement of the siege workshop for TaToH. Husbandry for the knights. Maybe a monastery in the center could be something. Triple mango. TaToH would love to be on this position now. Uh-oh. TaToH, this could be horrible. Triple mangonel. Oh, he sees it in time. Scum still around. Scout. Loses some. No both off for both. They would ideally have it. Liereyy ignores this gold. Likely that he will get a castle up pretty soon. TaToH with 4 on stone. And now the mangonel dance will be way better with the hill. Oh, this first loss. They would ideally have it. Ooh. What did I do there? Another siege workshop at the front. Realizes, okay, unlikely that you're trying to make something happen with cavalry, but it's actually coming in. Do we have some stables? Second stable now. Step lancers could be an option. Goes for knights first. Both actively microing. Liereyy survives. Some damage. Village around for the repair though. We'll accept that. Obviously picking up relics, not really important on this map. Because if you pick up relics, it might delay your push a bit for the center. And that's just way more important. Liereyy could get a castle up here. And that would block every resource. Now goes for some houses. Just wants to block some area. And yeah, he's sending those out. TaToH losing his timing a bit. I don't think it should be too aggressive, the castle. Just here. Just casually in the center. Yeah, that's absolutely perfect for him. And TaToH, I think he can only deal with that in Imp. And how is he getting onto enough gold for that? Seems like he can't really. That's so many mangonels. And Liereyy actually tries to fight against the Tar Hill mangonel fight. Sounds like disaster. Trades off 2 for 2. Something he will absolutely take though. Now the knights are arriving. No, not going for them. How much gold does TaToH have? 1600. That's it. 1600 gold. And decreasing. For TaToH. That's an ambitious mangonel. What is happening here? Wants to take that hill apparently. Still no ballistics for TaToH. This could be a big mangonel shot from the side. Not given to him though. Easy snack. More houses, mainly to block potential castle spots. And a house here would obviously easily die, though. Lierey's still... Look at that. Lierey's about to click in. And he will click up any second. He will be so happy with this. TaToH has to build the castle up the hill. Could maybe build it... Can he build it down here? Nah, he builds it home. And TaToH, I think, might need to attack the home base of Liereyy. That was a full mangonel shot. Oi. Close to 200 damage. Stonewalls at home, Liereyy. This is so incredibly clever. Like, Liereyy knows his winning condition. This is holding the center. And his losing condition is to maybe lose everything at home. It's like those stonewalls are so clever. He should just do the same on the other side. Very full crossbows, mangonels here. One big fight. TaToH needs a big clear up. Uh-oh, but mangonels are around. TaToH really doesn't want to go into those. Liereyy. Not a castle he needs. A castle he can afford. TaToH tries to make something happen. Has to avoid the center. Chinese is just so clean, so good on this map. Their timings. Castle will likely go up. Mangonel could go for one shot, kill some villagers, but rather saves its life. And achieves that barely. Liereyy is still without ballistics. Wow. Deletes the mill, goes for more walls. This is such incredibly clever play. Needs to reinforce that area as well. Liereyy imp. What can TaToH do? Full knight, full skirm. But look at that. How perfect is this player? 3 mangonel defense. This is just such heads-up thinking. And now he's splitting his army. Knows, okay, something might come from this side as well. Crossbows, just enough. If you have the upgrades, it's important to not lose all your mangonels here, Liereyy. Goes closer to his own castle as well. And now with Bracer, not much should happen. Trades off more mangonels against each other. No ballistics is kind of a mistake. Chemistry now coming in. Liereyy dodges that one, I thought, but actually runs into quite a hit. It looks like he doesn't know that he doesn't have ballistics. Dodges that one masterfully. Why does he need to wall when he has the better army? Well, it's not like he needs to, right? But it's just like securing your win even further, right? The only way he loses is if he's broken at one side. Right, or in the center, but he has a double castle setup, right? So it's tougher to do that. If TaToH just arrived with like 40 skirms, 5 rams, 15 knights. Oh, that's a big loss though. Then he could have been broken. But if you have another layer of stonewall, you just buy yourself so much more time. That was a big misstep here by TaToH. By Liereyy. 3 castles uphill. What's the attacks into? Obviously, TaToH will be good with Hussar Skirm if they get to it. And technically, Liereyy or TaToH could take this gold. Cavalry attack. Wow. You think, okay, you have to go for Hussar Skirm now. And Cavalry will be good against that. Yeah, this makes me nervous as well. Here he just abandons this area. Someone else being sent home again. And the castle falls. Avalanche should scare this away. Could have also just sat behind walls. Still no ballistics. Now Liereyy has to realize, yeah, indeed. This were like, those were so big misses. That didn't feel right. TaToH selling stone. Can afford bracer. Eco upgrades underwhelming here from both players. Look at how much he built in the center. What a fun base. Is this Alt-O? No. Is Liereyy learning how long ballistics takes to research right now? Feels like it. Moves away there. TaToH still tries to push, right? He is pop limit, so makes a lot of sense that he's trying. Mangnul goes down. Traps can just retreat. And what's the answer to 16 Cavaliers? Last armor upgrade already there. It would be Halberdiers, but the tech is simply not there yet. Has one pikeman on the field without a single armor upgrade. Only now one finishes. Cavaliers moving in. This will be tricky. Push over here needs to be having a big effect. But Arbalests are defending against the range units. And now Cavaliers are pushing in. TaToH does not have the answer. Liereyy takes it down 2-1 with really interesting games. All three games entertained me quite a bit. This one, it just felt like Chinese is the better civilization. And Liereyy played it pretty clean. TaToH, they love to play and spread out. And if we play the long game, Hussar, heavy CA, go for some caching. But how can you get there? You're missing the timings for the gold, for the stone, where Chinese simply are there with the extra collected resources. And yeah, Liereyy will take it down quite nicely. And yeah, this is the group of death, kind of, with Viper in there as well. Maybe we can take another look at the standings in this group now. And we'll refresh this. And I can show you Group D. This is not with updated results. Where do I want to show it to you? Probably this might be my best scene for it. Yeah. So Liereyy will go 5-1 now. TaToH won against Viper. So he needs to make something happen. Sobek 1-2-1-2 against Vivi and Classic Pro though. So the two easiest opponent kind of guarantees that Sobek will be 5th or 6th, right? Then TaToH, Liereyy, and Viper are fighting for the top 3 spots. And Vivi and Classic Pro, that will be the banger match in the 5th week. Kind of deciding who is becoming 4th, who's becoming 5th there most likely. And Vic, thank you for coming through. Thank you for the 40 gifted subs, making it 100 gifted subs only today. Obviously, it is September, so found a good one. A really good one, to be generous. Thank you so much. What a crazy day. And we will talk soon. Yeah, this is the group, and that's it on YouTube. Goodbye, Pullovers.